This is Lieutenant Sulu of the Starship Enterprise, standing by on the bridge with the Christmas song. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Well, at this rate, we can get 2 more done, and then we can leave number 10. Unless you want me to do... Yeah, I will watch it, because it is getting better, and you guys said it's good.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if you guys said that it's shit, I'd sit here the whole podcast and go, I didn't watch it.
I don't think 10's the best episode.
Number 9's
the best episode.
Probably, yeah.
Just because it finally achieves what I think the people who made the show wanted to do.
Yes.
Parody.
And really, anytime you can make fun of J.J. Abrams, I'm all good for. But that's what we're talking about tomorrow, because I'm already recording. We're talking Star Trek Lower Decks, Season 1, Episode 8, Veritas, original air date, September 24th, 2020. Written by Garrick Bernard, directed by Kim Arndt. This episode...
Hey, I heard she aren't that funny. I'll show myself up.
Boom, ching. And we lost Boris.
Fun fact. No, I was looking... The guy that plays the voice as Q is actually Q.
Yeah, I looked that up too, yeah.
Just wanted to look it up. And then every time I see his face...
Well, I didn't look it up. I recognized his voice. Yeah, I recognized his voice. I was just like, they made a specific credit shout out to him before.
It's also worth noting that motherfucker has not aged.
No, he has not. At all.
Me is Q.
Yeah. Oh. God. It took me that long. All right. Who's doing this?
All right. You.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
I'm not even putting in. I don't have show notes.
Fuck, I lost. All right. All right, so this episode, it's actually, there's not too much to this episode. It opens up in a, where our main characters, Boimler, Tandy, Rutherford, Mariner, are thrown into a cell. They're not sure if it's a jail or not. Oh, that's actually a hilarious joke now.
Yeah.
They assume it's a jail because of the aesthetics, the fact that there are spikes for doors, the fact that you can't get out. So they assume they're in jail. They don't know why they're there. Then we see the senior staff is being held prisoner, and we want to know why. So this episode, right off the bat, kind of reminded me of The Undiscovered Country, when they did the whole Klingon trial stuff. So that was a nice little callback there. So essentially, they want to know why the crew of the Cerritos stole a bird of prey from the neutral zone. Because weird stuff happened. But essentially, everyone has their chance to tell their story. I believe that Tendy's story was actually the funniest, because she just so happened to get caught up at the right place, right time, or wrong place, wrong time. And essentially, Tendy was cleaning the boardroom. So she was the cleaner of the boardroom. So that's when Ransom and his other security people or secret agents or whatever walk in, and they ask if Tendy is the cleaner. Tendy obviously says yes, but there's a miscommunication because she is literally the cleaner, but they are looking for a cleaner as in, like, you know, the cleaner in a secret mission, the cleaner in something bad. So essentially, she gets caught up in this secret mission into the neutral zone where they are... Why are these birds going insane?
Yeah, they're like, we want this episode too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they go into the neutral zone, steal a bird of prey. We don't know why yet. Essentially...
The old bird of prey, like from the original series.
Yes, the Klingon bird of prey.
No, the Klingon...
No, it's a Romulan.
Romulan bird of prey, sorry.
Romulans have bird of prey and warbirds, and
Warbirds,
Klingons
yep.
have bird of prey as well.
Yep. So,
But it's a different... Yeah.
So, they eventually end up stealing something very Firefly-ish, or very Cowboy Bebop-ish. Depends what side of the world you like. They steal, the treasure, the box. We don't know what's in it yet. So, we could jump back to present time, where they're in this supposed jail, and we're trying to figure out exactly what happened. So, as I mentioned, everyone's telling their own version of the story, and the senior staff is essentially going to be executed at this point, or so we think. At this point, Boimler essentially gives a whole speech about how the executive staff doesn't tell them anything, that they're not important, that, they're not worth getting the full news and all the news, so they have no idea what's going on or why they're there. And then the aliens essentially say, well, you're all Federation, you all should have the same information. So this is kind of also like a take back to, like, Enterprise work, and when I mean actual Enterprise, like work, and big corporations and stuff like that, and kind of like the silos of information and whatnot. So once Boimler finishes his spiel, we find out that they are in fact not in jail, that they in fact rescued somebody, and they are actually in this person that they rescued's birthday party, and he rented the room. But it was an ominous looking room, so it was very easy to assume that they were in jail and going to get executed.
They had the lights down.
Yeah.
Because when the lights came up, there was balloons.
Yes.
So it was a party.
Yeah, but he was like he was doing the whole thing.
Yeah, and I love the fact that the ominous onlooker, who you thought was like the leader or the king,
The
was just
judge
some-
or whatever, yeah.
Yeah,
The judge. Yeah.
just some random guy who showed up. So yeah, I really liked this episode. I thought it was hilarious. Any episode that goes back
It was
and
a
forth
really
in
clever
time-
subversion.
Yes, it was. And like I said, as I was doing the retelling of this episode, I'm like, they set it up right from the get-go. How smart.
Yeah.
Because I think one of the first lines was, how do you know this is a jail?
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. Stop
Whoa.
stop the bus. Hang on. You just said how smart in the same discussion about lower decks.
Yep.
Impressive.
Yep.
Impressive.
Feels like,
Listeners?
what have you done with Boris?
Yeah. For the 7 people that have listened to this series, just take note. Like, wow.
Look how far we've come.
Yeah, this is progress, everybody. This is evidence.
It's a Christmas time miracle.
It is.
It's a Festivus
Or it's-
miracle.
Festivus miracle. Yeah.
Also,
The Festivus for the rest of us.
coffee
Yeah.
plus beer plus panettone plus beer. Interesting taste.
You know what I want to do next year? Instead of 12 days of Christmas, I say we do the 11 days of Festivus.
Yeah. So,
23rd needs recognition. Come on.
Phil, what did you think of this episode overall?
I didn't like it.
Really? What is going
Yeah,
on?
Well, I didn't like the first ones either, so I just
Yeah, but you defended it a
Try.
lot more than Tyler and I.
I defended it a lot more, but you guys are so in love with this now. I'm gonna be straight up.
Tranquilo. We're not.
I
in
didn't
love
really
with
like it because I thought the whole premise was dumb. I thought it was dumb. I just thought the whole thing was dumb, and
Feels like it's dumb and
it played the audience for an idiot, and that's what I didn't like about it. But
you didn't like
well, and
dramatic-
they're the idiots. You know,
you didn't
I
like the
just-
inverse dramatic irony?
No, I just
Oh,
nothing,
okay.
I just was just like, this is not Star Trek. The way they all explained it and everything like that, it was just irritating. But it was less irritating than the original episodes because I didn't turn it off.
Right.
So I actually struggled all the way through it, like I have with the other ones. But like I say, my distraction meter goes pretty high when I'm watching this show. And with this one, I was just like, "Yeah, I'm hanging in it. I'm hanging in." I'm like, "All right, that's a disappointing end. Okay, that was kind of dumb."
Interesting. Very interesting.
Eh. I just didn't like the personal play. I just don't like it when you do that.
Right.
I think it's lazy writing.
Right.
But you're right. Maybe it was fun in the sense that they opened and they delivered on the joke.
Sure.
So it means that they thought about 22 minutes of programming.
Yeah, look, it's still, like, I think we're all in agreement that, like, oh my god, this is a good episode for this. I don't think any of us are being like, oh my god, truly a great television.
Yeah.
It's
I'm not going to
fucking
blow
Shakespeare.
sunshine up its ass, but yeah.
It's not Shakespeare. Let's get that straight.
No.
But when we're comparing this episode to earlier episodes, this one is far superior.
Miles better.
They didn't do a complete rewrite of a lot of the characters to fit the narrative. Yeah, fair.
Tyler, your thoughts?
It's not the greatest show ever, but it's better than a lot of the other stuff we've been getting. So, I mean, take that how you will.
Yeah.
I think it means that Tyler's like me.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. It's how do I want to put this? How do I want to put this? I really liked the subversion. I thought it was actually the first earned subversion they've done.
True.
I feel like a lot of the time they use subversions in this show and they don't super earn it.
Yeah.
You're correct. We've called them out on that before.
Yeah, 100%. I have half a thought that's kind of rattling around in my head right now. Having some difficulty with it, but I think it finally called out the conceit of the show itself being subpar.
Yeah.
And it's very much arguing with itself that it needs a better conceit.
Yeah,
exactly.
I just find it must be fascinating for our listeners to hear the complete weirdness and flip that we've performed throughout the arc of our own recording, our review of this series. That must be mind-blowingly weird.
Yeah. And I guess I should also note that as Boimler is talking about, how the senior officers don't tell the ensigns anything and the lower deck people anything. They bring up a story of when Q dropped by the Cerritos, and he made them play a game of chess. So. Oh
yeah. But it wasn't chess; it was something else.
Yeah.
That was again kind of decent because those Q episodes are some of the most uneven. Of like, what the fuck is happening here?
The series finale of Next Generation, like that one. It's hit and miss all at once.
Oh, that's that series ending for Next Generation. I understand what they were going for, but
sometimes you just don't land it.
Yeah.
It was tough to watch, to say the least. And honestly, I've only seen that finale once when it originally aired way back when.
Hit it up on Netflix.
Yeah, I should rewatch the show. I should also give.
I've been rewatching DS9.
That's what I should rewatch. Is Voyager on it?
God.
Maybe I can give it a fifth chance.
Voyager's on there.
Yeah, I'm going to be the anarchist here. I'm going to be the anarchist. I started watching The Expanse season 5.
I mean, that Expanse is a very good series. The books are so good.
Yeah. I'm about 3 novels in. So the show is like, it's crazy to me how it's everything's different. But I was thinking about the way I'm going to relate this back with rewatching the previous 4 seasons, just because when I dipped my toes into season 5, I was like, holy shit, it's been a while. Felt good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Felt really good.
Isn't the last book coming out soon?
Last book comes out in February or March, I think.
Yeah, they were targeting this year, and I moved it to next.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know my parents don't listen to this, but I have. I'm going to announce it here that I tracked down a signed copy of first printing of one of the Expanse books,
Ooh.
and that is going to my dad for Christmas because he
Very
also loves
nice.
that series.
Okay,
That's
the
awesome.
author, what is it? Because one of them writes on Game of Thrones, like assists on the books.
Well, yeah, he's the assistant, yeah, or was. I don't know if he is anymore.
Yeah, I don't think he is anymore, but it's fascinating stuff, man. It's really well written. And the books, it's just amazing to me because I know we're vamping again, but it's amazing to me because they take in the show, they combine like 3 or 4 characters into one character.
Oh yeah.
And it's so interesting because when you read the books and you know the show like I do, it's absolutely mind blowing because you're like, and yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Fun.
Yeah, they do pretty well at that show. Geez, I just realized both my dad and my father-in-law both read that series. I got them both turned on to it, so
Nice.
It's excellently
something.
written. It's excellently written.
Yeah, I am fascinated to see how they're going to end it because there are so many bits still in motion to end in just one book.
Well, and here's the other thing: the official release or whatever is that season 6 on the TV will be the last season.
Yeah, well, I think that they've made some determinations with some stuff they need to change.
That might be still in play though. There might be some extensions, but it's going to be interesting because now they released 3 episodes or 4 episodes this week, and then they're doing an episode a week all the way till February 3rd, 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what they tend to do now. It's like give you a taste, and then we'll do week by week. That's what Amazon loves to do. The Boys is like that.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a new weekly show that we can talk about from time to time.
Oh, I gotta catch up. I only watched up to season 3 because I really enjoyed it, but it was interfering with my reading the book. Like I was losing track of things, and I think, if I remember correctly, like there are whole chunks of books 4 through 6 that just get cut.
Yeah, 4 was an interesting season because it wasn't really happening in ships much.
Yeah,
happening on that planet, so it's probably the most grounded season. But it's there's so much character development in that season though. But
totally.
But that's the weird thing too between the books and the show. Book 2 is really where the politics get introduced with Avasarla and everything like that.
Avasarla is so well cast,
isn't she? And in the show, it starts off in parallel, so you're lockstep.
Yeah,
so it is a bit jarring when you read the book, and the book reads like the show, like it really translates.
Very similar tone,
yeah. So I was blown away. I just really liked reading the book to get into Miller's head a little more. Like that was worth.
Yeah, well, and he got that entire like sub book to himself.
Yeah, it was great. I just loved it. So yeah. Anyhow, Star Trek Lower Decks.
I was going to talk about.
You
know what's sad? That Hilary Duff yesterday officially announced that no more Lizzie McGuire reboot. It's over. Disney officially killed it.
I mean, yeah, I thought we kind of expected that at this point.
Yeah. Yep.
Did they kill it with
Pretty
fire?
much. It was a dispute that Hilary Duff wanted a more realistic show. Disney wanted fluff one. Say la vie.
I mean, I get where Disney's coming from in this one.
Yeah.
I don't fully support it, but I get where they're coming from.
Yeah. I understand
Yeah.
why they want to do that, especially, protecting a character like Lizzie McGuire and the fans of the original show. So, yeah. Anyways, Q. That's how we came here. So I like the fact. Sorry, what?
It's not the news. He was making a joke.
I was making a joke. It's not our news episode, people. Don't worry.
Oh. Ha 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 ha! You're hilarious.
Ha 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 ha! We are good friends.
Oh man. Oh, and the ending of this episode I like because again, it hints that Mariner has been around for a really long time and she's experienced a lot because Q shows up to Mariner and she basically says, "Not right now," and Q's begging to play with Mariner, the mind games that is, because he's bored of Picard. He always quotes Shakespeare. So again, it's like this subtle hint that there's a lot more to Mariner than meets the eye.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I am, alas, convinced they can save this show.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, they were guaranteed 2 seasons, so, I mean, I think when you're guaranteed 2 seasons, you could do that kind of stuff with how you set up your finale, but
Well,
must be nice.
Yeah, this finale for sure kind of like, as minor as it was, it kind of did leave us kind of wanting more-ish, possibly. Maybe. Perhaps.
It left me vaguely interested in what could come next.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they could do stuff.
Yeah,
This
it
is
also
why Brad and Lisa were like, hey, it's not that bad of a show. What are you guys dumping on for?
Yeah.
I did dump on this show. Did I record that? That was on our Mandalorian episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oy.
Yeah, like couples comic book counseling, I believe was their podcast.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was after we recorded or if it was in the middle of our episode.
Oh, no,
I think
that
it
was in the show.
Oh, yeah, of course. Classic Boris.
Yeah.
Anyways, Phil, how about you let people know how they can get a hold of us?
Of course I can. Thank you, everybody, for taking time in this holiday season to listen to us. We have to say that right now. It's contractually obliged to. But if you're looking to give us feedback or track down how you can listen to more of this, you can find us at www.itscanonpodcast.com. You can track us down on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at It's Canon Podcast. You can email us at show@itscanonpodcast.com. You can subscribe via Apple Podcasts, Spotify, like really Amazon, Google Play, iHeartRadio. We're on iHeartRadio. So you can...
No
you can
one's on
subscribe
iHeartRadio.
anywhere. I know, but we are. We
Yeah.
own iHeartRadio. So really anywhere you find the podcast, you're going to find us. If you like what you hear so far, be sure to subscribe and please leave us a rate and review. And I just got to call it out. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our podcast as we do this Christmas, 12 days of Christmas countdown for you. And I don't know where Boris went, so I'm just going to make stuff up now. You know, I think Boris might be off listening to some Joe Rogan.
Hey, Boris just, like, people can't see this, but we're on camera with each other, and Boris just left.
Yeah, while I'm doing the spiel. So this is going to
Boris.
be an interesting time. Maybe the birds got out of the cage.
Oh, no. Much like Poochie from Simpsons. Boris is like, I have to go. My people need me, and just panned straight up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But he's
There
got
he is.
two birds in there, so.
There
I
he
thought
is.
Birds earlier.
Look
See,
who's
he
back.
took his headphones off. I wonder
Shady's back.
Drop a deuce or something.
Ah,
Tell
delivery.
a friend.
Amazon delivery.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
My PS5 is there.
Did you guys finish the show?
Yeah, and then we started vamping, and we're still going, and we were making fun of you. So I think,
Oh, all right. Thanks for that, Phil.
thanks for listening. That's just theory of
We said-
James.
We were telling the audience we think you went off to listen to some Joe Rogan.
Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
Yeah.
You'll never know. Anyways, he's Phil. He's Tyler. I'm Boris. Good night.